welcome lovely folk. So today we are going to get into a pick a card reading. This is going to be pile 1, with this being pile 2 and pile 3 here. So pile 1 we have the gazelle and the elephant charm. You can pick off of either. I can also go ahead and randomize some zodiac signs for each sign. So I will be putting those in as well. We have here the cosmic egg for pile 2 with the egg charm. A nice little accident. And we have here for pile 3 crocodile with the star charm. So take your time, take a few breaths if you're choosing intuitively to really connect with what you feel most drawn to. If you feel called to more than one, feel free to embrace that. And we'll go ahead and begin. Hello and welcome lovely pile 1. We're going to hop into this, starting out with tea leaf. Then we're going to get into Spirit Song Tarot and Star Dragon Oracle cards here. So let's go. There's a little fissure here. Okay. Alright, so we have here dusk. Pay attention to your work. I'm really noticing these figures as the support here. So know that you have support. Perhaps you need to delegate. Also know that it is okay to sort of take things for scrap and you learn from that. Let go of allow yourself to make mistakes and let that be building blocks for new. We have pale, time to get out of a situation. And we have tortoise, slowly but surely getting ahead. So things might flow a little bit better if you really look at what you need to get rid of or things you need to step away from. It might help you work more efficiently. Elephant also with the charm you chose here, or whatever you chose, the gazelle or the charm. The other energy I'm sort of getting from that is, of course, elephants, you know, they can move through obstacles. And gazelle are very graceful as they leap through, like as they run. They just kind of leap over any obstacle. But you're definitely in good focus. So really maybe hone into that more, because you're like heightened in that area right now. And I see lots of inspiration and wisdom coming to you. But let's get into your tarot here. Yeah, this definitely wanted to be seen. King of Acorns, optimism, innovation. King of Acorns is equivalent to Pentacles. Alright. What does pile 1 here need to know, spirit guides and angels? Pile 1. I'm liking that a lot. Okay. So 5 here, this is shaman, this is comparative to the Hierophant. Divine wisdom, spiritual power. And we have here an eagle, you know, sort of swooping down. But this was in the reverse. Some of you might be resisting some of your spiritual practices, or you could be resisting you might just not be connecting to your crown chakra, though it is sort of very lit right now. So some of you, it might very much so help to, you know, take some quiet time for yourself and just try to really connect to that. And we have here the 6 of shells, equivalent to the 6 of cups in reverse, sentiment and joy. So some of you also, with this, I think what will really help connect you to that and get you maybe out of your logical mind and more into your inspired mind is going to be, because I'm kind of getting full energy from this. I'm very much so getting like the nostalgia aspect of, and so connecting with that full card energy, with that you know, fresh, refreshing, like joy that you know, the wonder, the awe and wonder that you have as a child. So connect with play. I also very specifically just got listening into a seashell to hear the ocean. Perhaps that's something you enjoyed doing as a kid if you lived near a beach, or some memory at the beach, or perhaps that's just the idea of connecting with your own heart, with your own rhythm, trying to get into a rhythm of, you know, connecting with that play and that you know, balancing the logic and the abstract. Yeah, these are definitely also, you know, otters like love to like play. And we have here the Page of Feathers, which is equivalent to the Page of Swords. Exploration, discovery. Now the raccoon, again, is a very playful creature. Now these feathers are really perhaps writing in like a playful way is going to help you, you know, sort of, you know, loosely writing. Don't have any pressure on yourself, and just kind of, you know, you can either just see what comes out, or just writing for fun. I'm again getting crown chakra energy. So maybe just channeled writing, just, you know, just write, just scribe, and just see what comes out. And kind of just go with the flow of it. I just got birthday. Some of you maybe recently had one or will have, or somebody you know close to you. And definitely, you know, really take time to celebrate yourself on your birthday. I see that as a good chance for connecting to that playful energy. But I mean, I am definitely seeing here just a lot of inspiration coming in. I'm getting a lot of crown chakra energy. And the Page of Swords is very much so, you know, some form of insight or inspiration coming in. All right. We're going to go ahead and grab your Star Dragon's card. I'm trying to keep these a little short for right now. And in the future, we'll dive a little bit more into the pick a card readings, but this group is definitely very focused on their purpose, is what I'm getting, and balancing out, kind of enjoying the ride with it is what I see. Trying to find that joy with and not just be stressed about finding your purpose, just kind of allowing it to open up to you and unfold. Well, there we go. All right, so we have here resilience, finding your limits. So don't be afraid to push yourself and take calculated risks, to really, step out of your typical boundaries, your typical comfort zone. Hold on to your needed established boundaries with people or what have you, but know you're resilient and know that it's okay to step away from something or somebody to really step into yourself and your full potential. Returning, going with the flow. Yeah, this I'm very much so. I was getting a lot of going with the flow energy, but with the water here, and this just felt flowy. But returning, I'm getting more so as returning to that playful thing, possibly returning to something you enjoyed doing as a kid. Perhaps there's a talent that you have there, something you did when you were young and you sort of forgot about it. And I see you picking up the ball again, the ball you might have dropped, and sort of juggling with it, going with the flow. Bliss, cherish the day. Yeah, that was for sure that energy of just enjoying the ride. Just feeling out that flow and just kind of embracing every second of it. Knowing that you're going to have some splashes, you're going to have, moments where you gotta toss some things aside. I just got make a splash. You're going to make a splash. But just enjoying the ride nonetheless. Some of you also, I'm kind of getting night and day. Then the sun is coming, inspiration is coming, it's within you. But with the night and day, possibly these ideas might come better. Some might come in your sleep, but also these ideas, even just in the waking day, will come to you better with better sleep. So perhaps look into your circadian rhythm, and maybe that's part of the flow here. Because we have lots of different, forms of flow interweaving in our life. But yeah, let's get your charms here. Again, I'm getting birthday, happy birthday. This is just as happy, but I'm very much so getting happy birthday off of this. And celebration off of this for sure. I see things kind of shifting around that time, around your birthday. I think you're going to make sure you take some time to really connect with your joy, really connect with something you enjoyed doing as a child, or something that brings back that awe and wonder that you're going to explore more. And whatever this is, it's really going to tee you off into a new direction I'm also getting from this with like very accurate trajectory. I also am getting stroke of luck. So some of you will have a stroke of luck around this time come in. All right. Well, I thank you so much for being a part of my journey and welcoming me into your journey. And until next time, lovely folk. Hello and welcome, Pile 2. If you chose Cosmic Egg and the little egg charm here, let's go ahead and get into your reading. Well, that's interesting. Okay. That's the one. Okay. Ooh. Alright, so for you here, I meant to say we have the tea leaf, we have the Wonderland Tarot, and we have Moonology. I go off of the card that comes out for your pick, and I kind of go off the feelings with that of what decks I feel called to. But for each group I'm doing the tea leaf. But let's go ahead and get this going. Okay, so coins. After a good start, money will be coming to you. Carriage, a journey either physical or mental. And parrot, someone will gossip about all of your secrets. Now I did get, I didn't show this, but I did pull this card and your charm, and it just happened to both be egg, which was pretty awesome. But I did get with that, you gotta crack some eggs to make an omelet. So something, you know, is coming together here, being stirred up. You know, something's in the works. It's just, there's still some eggs to be cracked. There might be something you need to invest in first, like either your time or your focus, or, I mean, perhaps literally, but it's going to be different for everybody here. And with the parrot, I'm more so getting just to sort of keep things to yourself, in the sense of I'm more so getting like mirroring energy with the parrot. I'm not getting gossip. I'm kind of getting that if you invest too much of your energy outwardly before putting it into whatever it is you might be focusing on, or yourself, or this journey, or whatever it may be, you know, it can, you know, take away from that. So to just kind of keep quiet, keep focused on your work or your journey, or, you know, whatever it is for you. Keep focused on it without, you know, expressing it. You're in a phase more so of inspiration and investing in yourself and not putting it out there. So let's go ahead and see what the tarot has to say. What the guides bring out through the tarot, I should say. Well, that's definitely nice. Okay. Alright. What does pile 2 need to know? What does pile 2 need to know? For some reason, that almost flipping of a card, it didn't flip, but it nearly flipped, and it reminded me of Flipper. So I'm gonna have to look into that. It's been so long since I've seen Flipper. Or did it flip? I suppose it did. There was a flipped card there. Oh, perhaps it was Flipper. There was... But I did get that movie, that film. So I'll have to see about that. So this is the 5 of Cups here. I'm actually getting this as the signifier. This way. And here's that Knight of Peppermills that did come out. So the Knight of Peppermills would be the Knight of Wands. I believe it is the Knight of Wands. Oh, yes, yes. And we have here, this is reminding me of the Empress, but this is the 3 of Pentacles. As your outcome. So there perhaps will be a time to share with the right people that you trust, that you probably have to observe. Perhaps you are in business in some form or another, and perhaps you're being called to sort of observe and make sure whomever you share with or invest with, they aren't going to put you in this energy. Now, this energy you're in now, it perhaps is something you're experiencing now and learning from. Now he is kind of, you know, he's looking a little bit, what's the word? I got snark, but that's not the one I'm thinking of. I'm also kind of getting pentacles here on his clothing and a chain, and just very much so Four of Pentacles energy. Perhaps this is about things you have invested in that you're a bit sour about it having felt wasted. You felt there was a wasted effort. And this is kind of weighing you down, keeping you chained in some way. Which is also kind of chaining down your growth, your potential for more money to come in. So I think instead it's time to look at where you can invest this, where you can comfortably learn from this lesson as to who you can trust, what you can let go of, and where to invest. Yeah, you might be feeling just uninspired right now. You're not seeing things because you're very much so just very upset about whatever situation you may have gone through. But however, with, you know, night energy here and the horse and carriage right here, like, you are being taken into a new journey. It's just time to turn your horse around. You're just being guided, you know, to go a different route. I'm seeing here, some of you could be Cancerian energy or dealing with a Cancerian. I'm seeing these as little lobsters. So again, that's kind of, you might be holding on to something too tightly. And perhaps you're being hard on yourself because you missed a red flag. Perhaps there already was a sharing of information that you didn't want to happen. But you are going through a period of learning when to speak and when not to speak, when to express and when to reserve a little bit. But this is going to turn around for you, and you are going to get back on the horse, which is going to be very favorable for you. Very much so favorable for you too here. I see it being unexpected. The people who might raise you up But yeah, you definitely got out of a situation where your best interest wasn't at heart. But you are nurturing yourself, and that all of that you've invested in yourself is going to reflect back to you. All right, let's get into this moonology here. I was also feeling a lot of silly energy with the cosmic egg and then the egg coming out. And again, that you gotta crack some eggs to make an omelet. I'm still feeling more about like taking a leap of faith, perhaps. Letting go, getting out of the shell. All right, moonology here for pile 2. What does pile 2 need to know? Yeah, this is very much so stubborn energy, and this is feeling very stubborn right here, very stiff actually. It's like a perhaps you have some stiffness, some what's it called, the where you meditate and focus on a guided meditation where you like focus on each part of your body. I'll put the name of it here. I can't think of what it's called at the moment. But let's get your moonology for pile 2, please. Spirit guides and angels, please guide pile 2 here. What do they need to see? There we go. Okay. Alright. A few here. Okay. Expect powerful change. New moon, eclipse. Now, some of you may have been in the path of totality. You might have seen the eclipse. But of course that energy is there for everybody. Everybody, you know, is experiencing that. Also the aurora borealis. I'm very much so getting here. I'm also seeing an eye. So some of you are going to have a change in the way you see things. But I also just got dawn of a new day. Okay. You are good enough. Full moon in Virgo. So if this situation left you feeling perhaps you put a lot of your care or nurturing or love or energy somehow into something and didn't get it reciprocated, and it left you questioning, it left you doubting yourself, very much so connect and know your potential, know your deeper self, like your higher self is very much so wanting you to connect with trusting your capabilities, trusting that you have the drive to get you there. I just got the song Drive by Incubus. And the horse and carriage, very much so getting, you are moving out of this. I am getting chariot energy very strongly. We've got the cosmic egg here, and this is very much so kind of eclipse energy as well. You know, this was a period for rebirth and renewal for you. I see you looking at also the cycles themselves that have repeated for you, that you are also just stepping away from identifying with that, releasing the idea that that's just part of your journey. It's not. It was meant, you were meant to go through it, but the wheels have turned, and it's not your identity, it's not your whole life. It's just a piece of the story. Yeah, this was trying to move that, so this might help you let go. Just affirmations, knowing you're good enough. You put some affirmations on your mirror and say them every day. Adjustments are required. Third quarter moon. So really think about how you want to move forward, what energy you want to be in moving forward. You know, pick your horse that you want to draw that carriage. I'm also being reminded on the chariot card, you know, with the black and white Sphinx, what do you want to draw your carriage? And try to, find the right fuel. And look at what, takes from that and what is, a very efficient fuel, one that really, lasts. It's time to release negativity, full moon in Scorpio. So that very much so connects here. And with that, choosing the horse you want to draw your carriage. Some of you are going to have things come up, things surface a little to help you recognize, because perhaps sometimes you don't always recognize that you're like the root of what is causing these emotions to be triggered. So some of you will be, receiving some insight on that. But I am getting to take time to really, you know, let that come in, clear your mind and let that come in. I also just suddenly got very hot. It's perhaps releasing some anger as well. For some, heat may help you. For others, like, you know, getting into a spa and releasing your allowing that to kind of be a time period when you do release your thoughts and just kind of allow yourself to dissolve a little bit. And that will really help bring in some insight. Let's get your cards here. Just the one? Okay, the purple flower here. It's reminding me of a specific flower. So I'll have to look that up and put it in here with the symbolism of it, because I can't think of it this moment, what the name of the plant is. But I, again, off of this, am getting very scorpionic energy, very dissolving and seeing what you want to take forward. And a lot of third eye chakra stuff is coming through with that. I was kind of getting, you perhaps have connected to some of your abilities, like your psychic abilities. So some of you might get a vision even. Alright, well, let's leave this here. And I thank you so much for welcoming me on your journey and being a part of mine. And until next time, lovely folk. Hello and welcome, Pile 3. You chose the crocodile, or the star charm. And one thing I did get off of this crocodile is, after a while, crocodile, that saying. See you later, alligator, after a while, crocodile. So perhaps you're saying goodbye to something that no longer resonates with you, and you could be healing from this. It could be also be after a while, like slow moving energy. Alright, let's go ahead and get your tea leaf here. And we have here for you tea leaf, the sacred web tarot, and Queen of the Moon Oracle. Alright, so we have here pile 3, harp, great happiness. Well, that's wonderful. We have here May, and we have here dog, far away. A distant friend is thinking of you. So you are focusing on your happiness. You have been within the month of May, I see. Connecting with your heart. Let's go ahead and get into the tarot. Well, that was a weird sensation. I just got the feeling of like goosebumps on my head. Perhaps crown chakra energy. We got that in another one of the piles here. I believe it was the first pile. Alright. What does pile 3 need to know, please? Spirit guides and angels, thank you. What does pile 3 need to know here? I'm kind of getting the energy of using your hands. That can be having to do with work. Spirit guides and angels. What does pile 3 need to see, please? Pile 3. Got to say, I felt kind of called to. Now before your reading, I saw this sun charm and felt very called to it. And I also just now was very much so seeing this Ace of Swords card charm. Card charm. Which again is kind of reminding me, I think pile 1 either had the Ace of Swords or the Page of Swords, I believe. Alright, but let's see what you have here. Okay. Pile 3. So Scout of Water. I believe, yeah, the Scout is the Knight. So this is the Knight of Cups. So it seems you might be hearing from this distant friend that is thinking of you. And again with that hands energy. And that could be about the hands of give and take. A flowing of the hands. Letting things unfold. Definitely that. Alright. We have here the, this is definitely going with this. The Four of Swords here. So something this might be somebody you thought that you were done with. Perhaps they moved away and you haven't spoken in a while. Or perhaps you've had some closure in this friendship, or I'm getting kind of like, I mean, maybe it is an ex for some people, but I'm getting kind of romantic feelings there. It doesn't have to be, but I do see you've kind of put this to rest. Source of air. I believe that is equivalent to the king of air. The king of swords, that would be. I'm getting this as the challenge energy here. For some, there will be a difficult conversation. It might cause a little bit of turmoil. And again with the hands energy, but I do see this is a hand of fate. This is supposed to happen and it's going to help you. But also with this King of Swords, I'm getting that one or both parties here are like avoiding this talk. I think you've laid it to rest. I see you have laid it to rest yourself. So perhaps they're kind of caught in this. They want to talk to you. They haven't closed out of this. So they're still calling you back in, but they're seeking either some kind of closure, or it doesn't have to be that. But I just see you've had to find your own closure. Alright, we have here the 9 of Wands. So this is going to kind of stir you back open a little bit, like you've found closure, and this is kind of going to open up old wounds a little, I think, but I think it's ultimately needed. There's some kind of stifling energy to it. It sort of affected you. And ultimately, whatever this is, it's going to bring you into great happiness. Now, this could happen before the end of May. We have here the 2 of Swords in reverse. So it might make you second guess a little bit. Now, if this is romantic and perhaps they're distant, and so you sort of accepted that and closed out of that, it's going to kind of, as I said, stir things up and make you kind of rethink, do I want to keep this closed? It's gonna cause a little bit of confliction. But again, ultimately, you're going to follow your heart and follow the right path for you. So this is the Ace of Cups. So this is definitely a romantic offer for some of you. And we have here the Three of Swords in reverse. It's going to heal you. Now, whether you take this offer or not, it is healing for you. It's helping you towards your greater happiness. You might have closed out of it, but there is still, and that was part of your healing, but it's going to be very rejuvenating and healing in face of dealing with this. Perhaps you closed your heart off a little bit in seeking closure over this situation. So for some, this Ace of Cups is going to be more about yourself and opening up your heart again and allowing yourself to blossom out of this. I'm getting lotus and blossoming out of the mud, even in muddy waters. Such a beautiful flower unfolds. But of course, everybody is going to be different, and ultimately you just have to sit with yourself, go slow, and follow your own heart here. But do try to keep in mind throughout any of it, just keep connecting back to you, and very much so go slow. I'm getting a lot of go slow, but keep connecting back to you and thinking about your happiness. Let's get your Queen of the Moon Oracle here. You perhaps need, because this is water energy, lots of water energy here, and I'm seeing this flowing river by the tree. So perhaps you need to get a good thinking spot is going to be out by some water, and maybe under a tree out by water, or getting your hands in the water, your feet in the water. Or perhaps hydrating, just making sure you're in your best mind with the hydration. I smelled permanent marker for some reason. I haven't used it. But yeah, I definitely just smelled permanent marker. But one, know you have everything that you need. I'm getting magician energy. But this is Dark Moon, the Void. So for some, dreams are going to be very telling, really connect to the emotional, how you're feeling in the dreams, to really kind of decode them. I'm getting fate off of this. But again, to very much so connect to yourself. It's reminding me of that sleeping mountain, Mountain of the Sleeping Lady. I'll put the name in when I edit, but it's kind of reminding me of that. But go slow. I'm definitely getting to go slow. Okay, I'm also being guided to read Scout of Water. So let's go ahead and look at that. Okay. Scout of Water here. The Scout of Water is here to offer you a message. They want you to acknowledge that your sensitivity is a gift. Know that when you pour out your true feelings, your tender heart can begin to fill back up with love. The Scout reveals to you the ways in which creativity, beauty, and your own magic can transform difficulty into understanding. They know that each emotion comes to you like a bright star in the dark night, so that it can teach and guide you. The two rivers of love and truth flow together here, a confluence to carry you towards a place of lasting peace. The Scout of Water never grasps or seeks to control, but rather allows experience to stream through their compassionate hands. No judgment, only mercy. So the quote here is, the word is mercy. Water, the west, air and water. Hand, Varada mudra. Lotus and cosmic sky. A practice of mercy helps me to let go of judgment, so that I can fill my heart with love. Okay, I'm also being called to do the source of air here. These hands just are very much so. Okay. Oh, source is queen. Source of air is the Queen of Swords. So you perhaps have gone, you might have been, I think both parties were kind of avoiding communication, but you've perhaps gone a little cold over this. I see it again as like you kind of had to close off your heart a little bit in the closure that you have gone through, but you are healing. You have been healing, and I see you getting even a bigger boost of healing as this comes and as this all unfolds. The source of air holds the space for you to convey the secrets of your heart. They help you to balance the mental and emotional realms of your existence while encouraging you to trust in your own wisdom. In all that you cannot see but feel so deeply, the source of air calls upon you to be the caretaker of your own splendid truth. They invite you into the amazing spiral dance of life, the space of pure potential, the authentic expression of your soul. The source of air is here to fortify you, to show you how to create healing boundaries so that you can honestly express your thoughts and articulate your vision. They want you to understand that healthy boundaries are one of the deepest forms of love. Within the source of air, you conceive a deep capacity to love yourself and others unconditionally. I just got that sometimes unconditional love is done through letting go. Like sometimes, like for yourself, of course, but sometimes that's the best love that you can, that's the best form of love that you can offer in a situation. Here, thoughts and words can no longer harm you, for you are fierce and flawless just as you are. I'm getting that as more so just this difficult conversation you might have. Air, the east, water and air. Hand, Varada Mudra, spiral and cosmic sky. So these are very related. Trusting in the authentic expression of my soul, I embrace my fierce and flawless self. So yeah, very much so. Deeply connecting and slowing down and figuring out what is truly best for you. Okay, I'm being just guided to leave it at that. Alright, let's go ahead and get your charms here. Ooh. These kind of just wanted to stick in my hand. And this is very giving water energy. Lots of water energy here. So we have here the ship, the sailboat. So even though it might feel a little turbulent, I do see it, you gliding through it very easily. In fact, it might just give you the push that you need in some way. And the fish here, I'm very much so getting like fish of plenty here. So there's plenty of fish in the sea. Is one thing I'm getting from that. But also, like the fish of plenty is more like that, the turning of one fish into many. So I see you being very fulfilled off of whatever offer this is that comes in, but it doesn't have to necessarily be what you expect. Because, you know, sometimes the fish swims upstream moon here. Yeah, with this I was getting very much so, you know, the wolf howling to the moon. And with that, I'm very much so just getting to connect with your highest self to really have deep insight in this period. Because sometimes we can have all of this intricate, you know, life is complex, it can get complicated. So to release all of the extra stuff and really just have deep insight and connection in lieu to your heart, and not expectation with your heart, but instead just the deeper depths of feeling. So a key here. A key here is going to be, and it's kind of a heart, but it also kind of looks like the little fish in there. Letting go of any baggage in your heart space. Yeah. I definitely seeing this rejuvenating you. So you are blossoming out of this. See, there's still something, some form of healing left behind in this situation, and I think you were meant to step away, but yeah, there's just still something that you will turn around to face. Lots of void energy that I've gotten, all this very, you know, dark cards and the black star and the black thing here. I did get for one of the groups about possibly seeing the eclipse, and I'm getting more of that eclipse energy here. And just the recent new moon might have really also been a very healing time for you. You've been dissolving a lot of things you might have identified with that just were meant to be let go of. And we have here the crane. You know, with these, you know, this one might be a flamingo. I believe this is a stork. But this I'm very much so getting, I was kind of getting crane energy from all of them. So I'll go ahead and also put in crane symbolism. I'm also getting Fraser crane, so perhaps that show, perhaps that just has to do with psychology. Perhaps you study that, or it's an interest of yours. But you're also just changing your mind on some things, and it's allowing you to have space to open your heart more and fill your cup. Alright, well, that is where I'm going to leave this. And I thank you so much for being a part of my journey and welcoming me to be a part of yours as well. And until next time, lovely folk.